What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? God damn it. What do you want?
I have to go.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? God damn it. What do you want?
I have.
Hello, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to another stream from Hugo's desk. Hopefully you can hear me. 1 2 1 2. Is this on? Is this on? I do apologize. Last time I had some technical problems with my sound, so my microphone was the wrong one. So we listened to the whole thing with the webcam mic. Now I have my mic with the radio voice. So thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. And I hope you've enjoyed listening to Van Damme in German. So I was looking for a trailer, and this is the film I watched last night. I actually have it here. So I watched this film last night. I haven't seen it in a long time. So this is Double Impact with Van Damme. Obviously, the film is not in German. This is a special edition. As you can see, it has a fake VHS cover. It says it's a new release. It also says here, please be kind and rewind, just like the old VHSs. It's a really nice edition because it has like the stickers from the VHS tapes, like the numbers, has the be kind, rewind, and it has a ton of extras. So yeah, it's not a very good film, but it's not very bad either. It's a classic. You know, I've watched when I was young, and this is the first time I've ever watched it in HD, because when I watched it when I was young, there were only an HD version. Like, there was no HD version. You can only watch it in VHS. So, but yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. You guys and girls already know what's coming today. So we are doing Showreel Reviews. Now, I've changed the name of this now. This is now going to be called Honest Showreel Reviews, because that's what this is. I am giving you my honest opinion about your showreels. Anyway, let's get started right away. There's a lot to go through today, and also there's a lot of stuff going on today in the world. So I need to also tell you what's happening with the next streams, because there's a stream right after mine, and there's another stream later on. So there's a Foundry stream right after mine, and then you have Ludo with his stream as well. I'll talk about that in a second. But just a little bit housekeeping first. As you can see here, I've changed the goal here for the Nuke giveaway. I thought 300 was too much. So I've changed this now. So instead of having to be 300 subscribers to Twitch to get to the giveaway of the Nuke course for free, I've changed it to 200. So now we're only 60 away. So basically this bar will be here for a whole week and a half, until next Sunday. And if we reach the 200, I'm going to give my online course to one of my subscribers for free completely, okay? And as you can see, I have some new emotes. Look at that. So I've done a couple of new things there. So I had to. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It's Van Damme and Super Mario for me. So, but thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. I have a couple of new subscribers that I would like to shout out. So first of all, I want to shout out to DJ Bedford for the follow. Much appreciated. As you can see, I had a little Van Damme dance for you. Also would like to thank Andy AG for the subscription on YouTube. Also would like to thank Ivan Source for the follow, Carlo H1 for the follow, Bishop Saman for the follow, Kalbatan for the follow, Sewer HN3D for the follow, Fildy Fields for the follow, Ronnie Rip for the follow. Also, Clearly Kyle, I love that. Clearly Kyle for the follow. And Gittin Lynn's Gaming for the follow. Also, Asok Mosharla. I'm sure I'm butchering your name. I do apologize for that. And, of course, Anna Lena for the follow. Now, I would also like to thank... We also would like to thank, where is it? Keep calm in VFX. Keep calm, I'm in VFX. So Ludo, subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much for that as well. I guess you guys love my little emote there because you keep clicking on it. You keep following my channel. Anyway, This is a bit of housekeeping. Thank you so much for all of my new followers, and thank you so much for all my new subscribers. Don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, it is completely free for you to subscribe to my channel. So you don't spend a dime, and then I get some money from Amazon. It also gives you other perks. You know, you can have lovely emotes when we are chatting, and also you have first dibs at the Showreel Reviews. So whenever we're doing Showreel Reviews, we prioritize our subscribers over everyone else, and we prioritize our Patreons as well. So don't forget that. A couple of other housekeeping things that I wanted to talk about today. So there's a couple of new things that popped up. So let's start with the most important one. We now have a Discord channel which is live, and actually it's available to the public. So the Discord channel used to be completely only available for Patreons. But now it's also available for anyone in the world. Obviously, we still have Patreon-only subscribe areas. So if you are a subscriber of the channel, if you're a Patreon, or if you are a YouTube member, then you will get this section for you will be able to be into this section, which is a subscriber-only section, where we have some announcements. We have also some feedback. Oh, I have a new subscriber. Ah, awesome. Now we have 141. So thank you so much, Biddy Good, for the subscriber Prime. Much appreciated for the subscription on Prime. And
Just a bit more to the right.
And a little bit more to the right. And a little bit more to the right. Thank you so much for that. So as I was saying, all my subs, Patreons, and YouTube members have access to the subscriber only on the Discord. And that means they can give me some requests, they can give me some feedback, they can ask questions about the voting, they can ask questions about the rewards, and also we have a bunch of new rewards that we always constantly give to just the subscribers. Obviously, everyone else still has access to all the other channels like Compositing, we have Conforming, we have 3D, we have VFX Supervision with a lot of tips of how to do visual effects supervision. We also have some Twitch announcements as well. I also recommend a bunch of things. So I have a recommendation channel where I recommend channels that I really like. This is a curated list for me as well, where we have Ludo so far, we have before and afters, we have also the Foundry Nuke Discord as well. So if you wanna join my Discord, feel free to join it. It's completely free. And if you are a sub or if you are one of my subscribers, don't forget that you can link your account to Discord, and then you have access to not only the special stuff I told you about, but also you have access to this. You see here on the corner, we have like the actual color tagging of Patreons. We have the color tagging of Twitch subscribers as well. So when I see these colors, I know who it is, and then I can answer and prioritize these people over everyone else. So don't forget to do that. I'm gonna put it on the chat here, okay? So, hey Ludo, it's you, yes. So I'm gonna put it on the chat here. So if you guys want to join my Discord channel, that's my Discord channel. It's completely free for you to join. And by the way, I need to thank my Patreons, because the decision of making my channel public was because of them, because I was discussing that with my Patreons. We have about 180 Patreons, close to 200 Patreons, and I asked them, okay, should we make it public? And we did a vote, and the vote was categoric. You know, we had 70% saying yes, and that's why it is now public, the Discord. So you need to thank my Patreons, because we've been running this Discord for 2 years now. But I'm really happy that my Patreons let me make it available for everyone else. Okay, thank you so much for that. Anyway, a little bit of housekeeping as well for today. So don't forget that today. Let me just open up here. Tonight thank you so much, Ludo, for the actual hosting. So don't forget that Keep Calm, I'm on VFX from Ludo, is actually going to be today on, let me just go to his channel here. He's actually, let's see here, server announcement, where were you? Event announcements, yes. Don't forget tonight, Ludo is going to be joined by Diogo Sampaio and Ian Vicnar as well, and they're going to be they're going to do a session tonight at 9:00 p.m. London time. So this is excellent. You know, finish my stream, go and have dinner, And then you can join here. This is going to be an epic conversation about matte painting. You have like basically 3 masters of matte painting here on this discussion. So go into Keep Calm, I'm in VFX channel on Twitch from Ludo and support this channel. And also don't miss his live session tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. UK time, okay? So this is April 28th. So it's a big stream day, yeah. It's like FMX today again. We have a bunch of stuff today. So we have Keep Calm and VFX is going to be live. Don't also forget that the Foundry will be live as well. So we're going to wrap up our stream at 6 o'clock again today because the Foundry has an event today. This is part of their session. So today it's going to be Foundry Skill Up, Become a Senior Compositor. So this is going to happen in 1 hour and 45 minutes at 6 o'clock. And you need to all promise me that you're going to jump into that stream as well. So that's going to be at 6 o'clock. And this is going to be a stream by the lovely Courtney Price, which was, he used to work at the Foundry and he's worked at the Mill and in a bunch of other places. He's a dear friend of mine. We'll also be joined by Chris as well. So I'm going to put that link on the chat. This is completely free, so you should also go and sign up for this. And maybe we can storm their webinar like we did last week. So the Foundry messaged me saying that suddenly they had like hundreds of people coming into the stream as soon as I finished my stream. So please don't forget to go in and support them and watch this stream. Now, this stream is not just for seniors, okay? I want to make sure you all understand that this is also good for juniors. It's also good for anyone, you know? So because this is basically Courtney's story of how he became a senior compositor, you know? So I think it's really good. So don't forget, we first have Keep Calm, I'm on VFX first. No, sorry. What am I doing? No, we first have the Foundry at 6 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock we have Keep Calm, I'm on VFX at 9 o'clock tonight. And also, we do also have M3, if you want an alternative stream, at the same exact time as Ludo's stream, we also have M3DS Academy. Well, it's not on the same time. This is going to be at 8 o'clock, so this will be 1 hour before Ludo's stream. So this is going to be ZBrush workshop from Marco from ILM. He's going to be doing a ZBrush workshop. And again, this is going to be 8 o'clock UK time. So it's basically just before Ludo's stream. So if you want, you can just watch my stream, then Foundry stream, then M3DS stream, and then Ludo stream. And just your head just explodes after that. So it's literally like FMX today. It's way too many things going on. I've dropped a link, Ciro, on the chat. It's just there. I dropped a link on the chat. So, yeah, another bit of other shout-outs as well. Don't forget that CG Rockstar is streaming 3D Studio Max in lighting and professional CG on, I don't know your schedule, but CG Rockstar, you can feel free to schedule as well. And also don't forget to watch Andrew Oxton. He's a senior modeler at DNEG at the moment. And you need to watch this. The other day he did an actual Carbonara stream. He always does 3D, as you can see. But he actually did a Carbonara stream because that was one of the requests from their audience. So watch a 3D artist make Carbonara live on Twitch, which is cool. The funny thing about this is that Andrew at some point was the fourth biggest cooking stream on Twitch. It's amazing. It is amazing that he actually was one of the biggest cooking streams with the most amount of views at some point on Twitch. And he's a 3D artist. It's amazing. I thought it was wonderful. Anyway, also don't forget that if you are a subscriber, I have a bit of a surprise for everyone here. If you are I'm sorry that it's taking so long. If you are a subscriber to my channel, or if you are my Patreon, or if you're a member of my YouTube channel, don't forget that I have a brand new reward. So now we have a 50% discount to FX PhD, and this is going to be valid to any Patreon that signs up to my Patreon. And we also have access for free for this course as well. So if you become a Patreon, you have access to this free course from FX PhD. This is a course I did in 2014 when I was young and a young boy. So this is 12 hours of training of Nuke Studio. It's a build old, I know, it's 6 years old, but it doesn't matter. The concepts of conforming and editorial are still the same, okay? So it's not like it's that different. Even these days, this is still applicable to any type of conforming or editorial. So don't forget, if you become a Patreon, even if it's only $1, I'll give you for free. This is my gift for the coronavirus pandemic. My gift to all of you, all my Patreons, is that I give you my FX PhD Nuke Studio course. I'm also giving it to my Patreon subscribers as well. Sorry, my Twitch subscribers. So I already sent that yesterday. So yeah. So that's it for me. I'm going to then move on to the Showreel Reviews. Let's just get going because we don't have a lot of time. We need to hop. So let's start with the first person that is going to go. I see that there's a couple of questions here that I will go into in a minute. There's a question here on the chat right away that I just saw it. So basically, Pradipata 1202 asks, can someone explain the giveaway? So the giveaway is simple. If I reach 200 subscribers on Twitch, currently I have 141. If I reach 200 subscribers on Twitch, or resubscribes, it doesn't need to be just subscribers, I will give away a copy of my Nuke course for free for one of the subscribers. So it's like a lottery. So if we reach 200, I'll make a lottery, and then one of you, and one of my subs, will win the course for free. That's like a £500 value course. So that's how it works. Now, don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, it's free for you to subscribe, so you don't spend any money. And also, you can also, don't forget also, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, it doesn't resubscribe every month. You have to manually subscribe again, okay?
More to the left.
And there you go. Thank you so much, Floss01, Floss01 for the subscription.
Just a little bit more to the left.
And a little bit more to the left. And a little bit more to the right. Can you hear the sound now of the alert? I hope so. I hope you can. I hope you can hear the sound of the alert now. Okay, so let's great, the sound is working. I finally managed to fix it. Look at that. Van Damme is just going for it. Yahoo! Need to put some music with him, but I was a bit afraid of music that I would be tagged, so that's why I need to kind of think about that. Okay, let's watch the first showreel. So first showreel of the day is going to be from Awaz Taher. Awaz Taher. So this is a Kickstarter student.
No, a little bit more to the right.
Thank you so much, Lumo VFX, for the subscription. Thank you so much, Prime subscribe, Lumo VFX. Thank you so much. Look at that, 143. We're getting there. A little bit more to the left. So today, first showreel we're gonna review, and remember what I keep saying to everyone. Everyone should stay here online, because reviewing a showreel allows you to actually understand a lot of your own mistakes, because when you look at someone's showreel, when I review it, because as you know, I'm a professional VFX supervisor. I worked at the mill as the head of Nuke for a long time, and I hired a bunch of people, so I know exactly how showreels should be, because I watched so many of them.
More to the left.
And so it's important for you to stay online, because you can learn a lot by looking at other people's problems, other people's mistakes. But also, especially, you learn a lot by looking also at other people's correct things, you know, because some people do correct things on the showreels, and it's good for you to know what to do and what not to do, okay? So we have a hype train. Look at that. So thank you so much for Saim for the resubscription tier 1, 13 months in a row. Thank you so much for that. Saim for the subscription. By the way, I forgot to show you that. We do have like now I've put some new things on my on my Twitch stream here. So as you can see, we have now a schedule like we used to do, because we used to have that before. And we also have now like a top 10. We have like a leaderboard. So this is our top 10 subs. As you can see, Nick Hill is our top subscriber, 13 months, 13 times. Logtulin is also 13. CG Rockstar with 12, and then the rest, as you see here. So thank you so much for being a subscriber to my channel for so long. Thank you so much. That's a year of subscriptions. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. And don't forget, subscribers gives you this stuff. I can't wait to become a partner, because once I become a partner, I can have 50 of these, because at the moment, I can only have 5 emotes. But if I become a partner, we have 50 emotes. Yes. So let's get that going. And by the way, I have an image here. So we are almost there. Look at that, guys. This is our road to partner at the moment. As you can see, we are almost there. We need to stream for another hour, which we're going to do today. Once we stream another hour, we get to 25, which is what I want. And then I still need to stream 4 more times before Monday. And then we need to stream for at least 75 people current in average. At the moment, our average is 83. So today we're going to break the second one, which is going to be 83 average, I hope, at least if we keep going with the amount of people we have online. Cannot go below 75. We're also going to reach the 25 for sure today because we already started. And the 4 streams, though, is the problem because I need to do 4 streams until Monday. And we were doing one stream today, then we're doing a stream on Thursday, and then we're doing a stream on Sunday. So I'm missing 1 stream. So I need to do a pool with all of you because I need to figure out when are we going to do the book stream. Remember, we're going to do a book club stream where I'm going to share with you some of my favorite books. So we need to do that. Anyway, let's get going with the showreel. So I hope I don't pronounce your name incorrectly, Awaz Taher in the chat. Are you on the chat? Let me know if you are here. If you are here, we're going to watch your showreel. If you're not here, we're going to take it next time, okay? Thank you so much, Mikael, for the 100 bits. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. Okay, you're here. And yes, you are allowed to make YouTube video. I have given you a Google Drive. Yeah, can you watch on the stream, on the chat? That's it, right? So that's the showreel. So let's watch this showreel first. Now, I cannot put the sound because remember, I'm going to be flagged if I put the sound. So let's watch the showreel in silence, okay? And then we'll do that. Oh, God, we're level 2 hype train. Look at that. So thank you so much, Tanya MC Ferris, for the subscription on Prime. No, Tier 1. Thank you so much, Tanya, for the subscription Tier 1. We're going with the hype train. We're level 2 on the hype train. 28%. Look at that. Beautiful thing. I have no words to describe the amount of love you guys give me. Thank you so much. Let's watch the showreel. I'm going to watch it without sound, okay? So let's just watch it first, and then we'll come back to it. If anyone is joining now, don't worry. We are still here. We're just watching the showreel because I'm putting it on silent because YouTube and Twitch constantly do me copyright strikes. So I'm not gonna go and do that game with them. So let's just join the fun here. Okay, cool. That was a nice showreel, but there's quite a lot to unpack here. Okay, so I hope you don't mind. Like I said before, I'm going to be doing an honest showreel review, okay? Oh, my God. Thanks so much, Mikael, for the 500 bids. Much appreciated. So generous. Thank you so much for that. What is Shamrock? Shamrock. What is that? I don't know what Shamrock is. Thank you so much for that, man. I really, really appreciate that. We are Hype Train level 2, 56%. Look at that. We have 140. We have 120 people watching. I didn't notice that. Thank you so much and welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream of Hugo's Desk. Don't forget to follow my Discord. So let's follow your showreel. So first of all, I'm going to put up the little marker here. I have quite a lot of things to say, okay? So I hope you don't mind that I have a lot of feedback. Let's start with the first shot. So first shot here, as much as I understand what you're trying to accomplish here, there is a couple of problems that I see from a technical point of view and also from a aesthetical point of view, okay? So first off, it's a shame that the footage looks a bit too amateurish, and it does. Like, I think the footage looks too much like it was shot with a very, very cheap camera or maybe an iPhone, and that's really a shame because it brings down the quality of your showreel. But I understand how difficult it is for you to find good material and good footage. I really do understand that, but I'm just like making a notion there. The other thing I would say is that from a compositing point of view, I don't believe this shot is a challenge, really, because I'm assuming, looking at your showreel here, you're a junior compositor, right? So the thing that I would say is that this is not a very challenging shot. You know, if you want to be a junior compositor, you want to focus on keying. You want to focus on rotoscoping. You want to focus on cleanup, you know? That's the kind of stuff you want to focus. And you need to be careful because this kind of stuff is not really very difficult, and I'm sure you probably thought it was very difficult at the time when you did it, but it's really simply just a 3D track that you've done to the head, or a 2D track, and then if you basically added you know, like some interface graphics. And it's not even a difficult track because the head doesn't move almost anything. And as much as I like what you've done here, it doesn't really show me as a VFX supervisor or a lead or a head of department your skill set, you know? I look at this and I kind of feel like your skill set is not really showcasing how much you can do, you know, in terms of compositing. The other thing as well is that I felt that there's a bit of a slide on the eye. I just saw it here. Yeah, there's at the end here. So as you can see here, just at the end, your eye slides up, you see? So you need to look at the track because it looks weird because you're not really having the pupil rotating. You're just having the eye, the entire eye move up, and it should actually rotate instead of move up. So I think you have a tracking issue there. The other thing that I think you should also improve is the actual depth of field and the actual quality of your motion graphics. So you see, if I look at this, looking at the footage and looking at your background and looking at her and how sharp she is on the shoulders and how sharp her face is and her nose here, I would never believe that these graphics would be that defocused, okay? From a perspective of photography, especially at the end here, you see when the face moves to the side, there is just no way the depth of field would be this strong, this low. There is no way you would see so much defocusing. It would be a lot sharper because it's so close to camera. I can believe that it's defocused when we're in front of camera, but even this is too much. I think you need to lower the depth of field by half on this and by half this. By the way, a great way for you to test this, a great way for you to know if you've done it correctly or not, is to actually test this with a camera. So if you pick up the same camera you've used, and if you put a couple of papers in front of the camera with the same f-stop that you filmed, if you use the same f-stop, and you put a couple of, you know, it can just be even like a piece of paper, and just see how that piece of paper behaves in depth of field, you know, when you're looking at the camera. So imagine this here. You see, when it's really close to my camera, the piece of paper, the graphic is really sharp. But then when it's really close to the camera, it's more defocused, you see, because it's so close to the camera. So you kind of need to like test this with the same f-stop and the same lens. In that way, you can kind of manage to match that depth of field that should be in front. I hope you are following me. Do you understand what I mean?
More to the right.
And thank you so much, Big Will 1979 for the subscription. Were you born on 1979? I was born in 1978. You're just 1 year younger than me. And thank you so much also, Tanya, for the pledge on $1 on Patreon. Much appreciate that for that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I think if you use like this kind of paper, you can really judge the type of depth of field that you should have on these graphics. And especially when it goes to the side, it should be all sharp, you know, because it's like on the side. So once it's on the side, it's on the same depth perspective as the face. So if it's on the same depth perspective, it would be all sharp. Anyway, let's continue with your showreel. So that's that shot for me. I think this shot has a problem because it's not challenging enough. The track is sliding and your depth of field is not correct, okay? So there's a couple of problems here that you need to solve. Let's go in here to this shot. So this shot also has a couple of problems. So first problem I have with this is the CG integration. I don't think your CG integration is working that well. You know, if I look, for example, at the actual plate itself. So if I go here, well, first of all, look at the plate. Like whenever you have a plate, the plate is like you know. Oh, thank you so much, Tanya. Much appreciated for that. Thank you so much. So you see the plate, you have like this enormous light, you know. So let me just make it. See, you have this shadow here, you have this shadow here, you have these really, really long shadows, you see, and also really, really long shadows all over the place. And that's because most likely the sun was setting. You know, it looks either it's early morning or end of the day. I'm not really sure of that, but you see the biggest issue you have here with this is that you're missing the shadow for the robot. You see, the robot comes in and actually not only is missing a long shadow, because this shadow should be projected in the floor, so it should actually be quite pronounced. You would see a big shadow going across the screen. Even outside the screen, you would see like a huge long shadow going across. And maybe if he's in front of this piece of concrete, you would also project a shadow in the concrete, okay? What wouldn't happen as well, it's really weird that you have a bright thing here. So if I look at this, like, why do you have this bright stuff? You should really having a shadow all over here, and maybe even here potentially, you know. So you need to kind of like look into that. At least that's what I would suggest you to do. And then that's not all the problems, the shadow, but also you have another problem, which is with, at least you did the light interaction, which is nice, but you need to kind of really think about the light interaction, okay? So it is correct that the light interaction is interacting with this piece of concrete, but it shouldn't really affect the grass on the back here. You see, because the light wouldn't go that far, you know, the light would affect this, but I think you have a soft mask. It should never affect this area here, because that is on a different parallax. So the light actually you should cut the light interaction by the actual limit of the cement, you know. And also, it would never affect the light so much on the floor and so much on the surrounding grass, because it's too far. You can't really have so much light affecting on the floor back there, but also it's the same intensity back here, so it can't be the same intensity, okay? And then we have the problem of the actual integration, okay? So if I look at here, your robot is too soft. If you look at the robot, let me just wait for the robot to be, rotate here. Let's just play this back again. I think he looks at the camera, doesn't he, at the end? Yeah, there we go. So you see, your robot is too soft. If you look at the actual cues you have on the plate, you see we have a quite mushy and pixelated and sharp plate at this moment, because if you look at this is quite sharp. That's also quite sharp. I know it's pixelated. I know it has low resolution, but it's pixelated, you know? And then when I look at your robot is too soft. It's really perfect. So it has to have the same depth of field as the floor where it is. So you see the same exact depth. So if you do a cross here, you see, imagine that this is a line to the floor. Let's imagine that the robot is somewhere here in the floor. If you would have like a cylinder here, you know, imagine the floor is there. That means that whatever is in this situation, whatever is existing here in terms of depth of field, whatever in terms of here depth of field, whatever depth of field you have here should match on the robot, because it's the same depth space. So you kind of need to like make that happen. You need to kind of like tweak the depth of field of the robot, okay? So again, I hope you don't mind that I'm being so picky, but that's the only way you're going to learn and make a really good showreel, okay? Let's move on to the next part. Also, by the way, I think your glow at the end, like this, is too overexposed. Why do I know that? Because there's nothing else on the scene like that. If you look closely, even the can doesn't have so much light. So I would tone down this exposure. I think you're going too far, you know. Have no mercy. Okay, I'm going to do the whip then. Okay, sorry, but thank you so much for saying that. But yeah, I think you need to like tone down that exposure, because it's a little bit too far. Okay, yeah, let's just move on to the next shot. I think the next shot here, I also have quite a lot of problems on this shot. Again, you're not showing me junior compositing tricks, you know. You're showing me quite weird things. Like, first of all, no one would ever drop, like, think about it. Think about the Marvel films. Think about Iron Man. Why would she drop like she was actually on the floor already? She would never drop like that. When people drop from the sky, they drop with their legs, you know. So what I would suggest you to do to actually make this plate, because you don't really have that breakdown, I think. No, you don't. What I would suggest you to do is on the set here, what you could do is you could put a box of green behind her. If you put a box, you know, like let's say here, you would put like a box like that. Sorry, I'm using my mouse. So imagine that you have like a little box like that, okay? So that's a little box of green, and she would be like here, you know, and then she would jump from the box. In that way, you would actually see the legs going down, because at the moment, we don't see that on the shot at all, you know? Like if I go here, you see in here, I should be seeing her two legs straight, and then her arms should be straight as well, because she's falling from a hole, you know? So if she's falling from the hole, you should be seeing that in the image. And then as she fall, then she drops to the floor. A bit like Iron Man, you know, when Iron Man is dropping to the floor in Iron Man 3, I can't remember the name of I can't remember the shot now, but when he's dropping to the floor, he does this kind of thing. And also, I think you went too far with the motion blur. You're hiding, you know, there's no way your camera is going to make this much motion blur, because she's not going that fast, you know? So if she's not going that fast, your shutter motion blur is too quick, you know? Like if this is a regular camera shooting with a regular frame rate and a regular shutter speed, you would never see this much motion blur. I would say that it's probably half. And again, you should just have a box and have her jump from the box. So that's the first thing that I would say. The second thing I would say is the environment itself. So first of all, I think the environment is a bit too crushed. Your grade is too crushed. Your blacks are too crushed. You need to tone it down a little bit, okay? And because it's making it a bit not real. And especially this window looks very strange. It almost looks like it's beveled. I'm not sure if you did the 3D. But if you did the 3D, you need to like look into this. If you didn't do the 3D, then you need to look into like, you know, you need to look into the quality of this CG. Thank you so much, Sajals, for the landing shot from Iron Man. Let's bring it in here.
How do you learn a subject or skill in half the time? Let's do this together. I want you to right now think of a subject or skill.
No, I'm gonna remove the sound, okay? Because I don't want to be flagged. But I think this is the shot, right? Yeah, exactly. You see? So you see, I can't really go frame by frame, I think. No, because that goes really quick. But you see what happens here when he drops? See if I can pause it. You see that? He has his legs down because he's dropping to the floor. And then his arms are down or up as well, because gravity is pushing his arms up. And then he goes down as well. And then as he falls, that's when the pressure happens. So that's the moment where the legs kind of like boom, go into the floor. I don't have a toy here, otherwise I would show you that. But I need to get my, yeah, where is it? I can't even remember. I have like a little mannequin in wood. I need to look in wood. So, but yeah, that's the thing. Like you need to kind of like make it drop into the floor. Okay. Is Sajal spamming the chat again? What are you doing, Sajal? You spamming the chat again? What are you sending us here? Are you sending me the video? I'm not going to do that now. So yeah, I think that's enough for the preview. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is the CG itself. I think your CG requires really a lot more quality in terms this window beveled looks weird. The yellow is too yellow. Like, remember, like if this is supposed to be a professional shot, no one would ever shoot it. You know, no one would ever shoot it with the white balance wrong, because this to me looks like someone shot it with the wrong white balance. Nothing gets that yellow. It's too saturated. You need to kind of desaturate the shot a little bit so it doesn't become so saturated with yellows. And then you have your portal. Your portal just looks strange because you see, she comes from transparency inside the portal, so there's really nothing going through the portal. You need to make a hole on the portal so that you actually have, you know, like Gray at 3 says CGI looks fine. It doesn't, man. I don't think it does. Like, I think it needs a lot of work in terms of the CG. I think the CG looks fine. It's just basically, I'm assuming this is CG. If it's not CG, maybe it's like if it's like you didn't write it here, so did you write? No. If this is not CG, is this like an actual photo? Because I don't know if it is. Like, that's the thing. You haven't told me if it's a photo or not. If it is a photo, then it's just a strange window. Is a projection from a photo? Yeah, you just need to be careful with the white balance. It's really strange. And also, like, this is completely blown out in terms of exposure to a point that you have glow now here. And it shouldn't really have glow, you know, it just looks strange. But the portal, I have a problem with the portal because for me, she doesn't really come across the portal in depth. You see, if I look at here, she should be crossing the portal where this, like, I'm just going to make a little drawing here. That one here. You see, this section of the portal should be behind her. So she should be covering that section. And then this section should be in front because it's in depth, you know, like it's a perspective thing that you need to fix there. So I would advise you to fix that because that's going to really make the shot look much better. So there's a lot of things to fix on this shot, okay? Don't forget that. Yeah. And then we have this, I would assume it's a full CG shot, right? No, it's not. It's a day to night. So one of the problems that you did here on the day to night here, I'll start with the actual background. So you see, this obviously, the problem you have on the background is that your background has a lot of shadows because this was shot on daytime. So you have like the typical huge shadow here with the sun. You have huge shadows here. You have huge bounce shadow. All these shadows are because it's daytime. So you kind of see like all these little shadows. So you would have to clean all that up. You know, the shadows would have to be cleaned up. Obviously, that's a lot of work. I know. But when you jump into nighttime, the shadows are all still there. That's one of the problems. And then the other problem I have with it is that it doesn't really have a nighttime look. You know, when you have nighttime, usually you don't see green on night, you know. What you usually see is you see blue. Because it tends to be that you have a moonlight lighting up the, you know, most of the time in the year, you have a moon in the sky. So if you have a moon in the sky, you would have like some kind of blue light bouncing into the sky. So I don't think it should be green. I think it should be bluish, you know, really. And then you have your integration with the CG. Like, there's a lot of problems going on here. Like, for example, the explosion's not well integrated. For example, I'll give you an example. This explosion just looks crazy to me because this explosion is not only an enormous glow on it, it should really affect the surrounding buildings in terms of shadows. You should be projecting shadows around it. I just don't believe it's actually there. I think it's a bit too much glow and overexposure. I like your spotlights, and I think they look nice, but I think you should break them up a bit more because you see here, you have like the clouds that the spotlights are hitting. They're almost like reversed. So you see the perspective. The perspective is from above. And then we see the clouds, and the clouds look like they're from below. So your clouds are really not matching in terms of perspective. So I think there's a lot of work still to be done here in terms of getting the clouds to be the correct perspective, getting the nighttime look and feel to work. Also, these lasers, it almost looks like it's a laser, and it shouldn't really be like that yellow. It shouldn't be that strong. These gun turrets. The gun turret should be desaturated because you see during nighttime, color is not as effective. So usually that's why when you see something at night, the saturation is lower. So it actually should be desaturated, a bit more whitish, maybe smaller, and maybe less glow. I think all of your turret fire looks a bit strange. And also like this spotlight here. I think this spotlight here, this one here, you see it's too strong. Light dissipates when it looks up, right? So I would say that this should be much more dissipated and much more subtle going into the light into the sky. So there's a lot of things to do on this shot, man. Like I feel for you, but I think you have like the starting point of great shots, but you just need to work a lot. Like, so if we're going to recap, I think you're missing stuff on your show reel. You're missing more keying, you're missing pure rotoscoping, and you're missing cleanup, like proper cleanup where you're doing like removing rigs and removing like elements from a shot, removing windows, removing cars. You're basically missing the junior position stuff, like you're missing a bunch of roto cleanup and keying. And I don't think I think you need to tweak this shot with the depth of field for sure. And it's not a very strong shot. I wouldn't put it on the front of the show reel, okay? I think this shot could be good if you can tweak that shadow. But it's also not showing me much in terms of junior composition because it's not really like showing me any skills in terms of keying and cleanup. This shot has a lot of problems. Like I said, she needs to be jumping instead of just dropping, and you need to tweak the color, the grading, and also the portal a bit more. And then, of course, we have the nighttime shot, which needs to look like night. And then you have stuff like this. You like, this is too much. Like this explosion that hit the airplane. It's cool that you've done it, but it's so saturated. It shouldn't be pure yellow because, you see, it's nighttime. And if it's nighttime, it should be desaturated. It should be subtle. It should be much more muted. So that's it, really. I think you have a lot of work to do to get a really good showreel going. At this stage, I'm afraid, if you really want my honest opinion, man, I don't believe I would hire you if I would see this showreel. I'll be very honest. I'm sorry I'm telling you this. I'm sorry. I don't want to disappoint you too much, okay? Because I want you to have the strength to do the shot. But I think at this stage, if I would have gotten this showreel from the mill, if I was still the head of Nuke at the mill, and if I was still there, or if you would have applied to my company, to my VFX company, I wouldn't hire you because I think your showreel is not strong enough. It doesn't show me enough skill set. And it shows me a lot of problems in terms of depth of field and in terms of integration that should show me that you don't have a lot of photography background, you know. I really want you to start thinking about maybe trying to get a DSLR camera. We talked about that on the last stream, but I really want you to focus on getting a good camera that you can swap lenses with. And I want you to focus on trying to develop your eye for detail, okay? And I know you're a student of my course, I know, and I think you need to keep up with the good work. And don't forget that on my course, you're getting a bunch of footage. And the footage that I'm giving you from my course, you know, my Kickstarter course, which you are one of my students, you have a bunch of footage you can use there. I would advise you to use the footage from that course because I have professional footage that you can use for rotoing, keying, and CG cleanup as well, cleanup as well in 2D. So don't be disappointed by this at all, okay? Don't give up because I think you have potential here. I really do. I think you know, if you can fix the depth of field on your first shot and maybe get a nicer grade, I think you can really do it. If you can fix the shadow on this robot and the actual defocusing on him, I think you can make a good shot. And maybe even to make it more interesting, maybe do a camera move, you know, maybe project the shot and have a slight camera move, or maybe even like a handheld feel to the shot so it doesn't look like it's so static, you know. And also, again, I think this shot can really be done if you shoot the person again falling down, or maybe make her appear as like maybe instead of her falling down, maybe it could be like the Terminator. Maybe she just shows up in the shot, just like the Terminator when they show up with a ball of lasers and debris, you know. Instead of her falling down, maybe you do like a particle system of her appearing, almost like a teleportation. I think that would be nice, you know. I think it would be nice. And then, of course, the last shot, which you need to really work on your day to night, desaturate the CG, desaturate the explosions, and really work on these turrets, work on these light sources as well. There is a lot of work here, but it's definitely doable, and you can make this showreel really cool. And then don't forget, you can pick up all these shots from my compositing course, and you can add all the roto that you're missing, all the keying that you're missing. Okay, so that's it. That's it, man. I really appreciate that you allowed me to share the showreel to everyone here. Thank you so much for doing that. It's a big act of courage to have a showreel that is not finished in the presence of 136 people, and I really don't want you to give up. And I'm sure the chat will give you some support. Come on, chat. Give him some support because I think you can make it. You can definitely make this showreel look amazing to a point that then we can hire you. Everyone can hire you. So please, let's give some support to our fellow colleague here with this showreel. And yeah, basically, yes, good job. So basically, let's move on to the next one. But before we do that, we're gonna do a short break, and because we've been running for an hour already, don't forget that we are going to be doing showreels until 6 today. Okay, after 6, we're all gonna jump into the Foundry's webinar. Okay, and also, of course, don't forget Ludo's webinar today. Ludo has his webinar. I'm gonna put it on the screen again. Don't forget, go and support Ludo, man. He needs all the support he can get as well, and because he's just starting on Twitch, man. So don't forget. Did I close it? Oh my God, did I close it? No. Don't do that to me. No, I didn't. I didn't. This one. Don't forget. Ludo stream. Keep calm. I'm on VFX tonight at 9 o'clock. Okay. So let's do a short break. You already know how this goes. We're gonna stretch our legs and we're gonna drink some water and have a responsible stream. Okay. And I, as you already kind of probably figured, I'm gonna go and get my Pepsi Cola Max flavor. So I'll be right back. Stretch your legs. I'll be back in exactly 5 minutes, okay? I'll see you very soon. Don't go anywhere. We still have a lot to talk about. Okay, I'm back now. Hope you've all stretched your legs, and I hope you all got some drinks. I got my drink, as you know. I'm a Pepsi man. I know all the haters on the chat here hate Pepsi, but I don't hate Pepsi. Anyone that hates Pepsi can just leave, okay? I'm just joking. And, of course, I got my spheres of ice here. Just look at this beautiful thing. Just look at it. And just hear it. This is music to my ears. Stop trolling with the Pepsi. I love that. Oh, man. I know. Well, anyway, look at the Pepsi. Here's the Pepsi coming with my ice. Come on, guys. Don't you love a Pepsi? Don't you love it? Don't you love a good Pepsi? Come on. Come on. Yes, I'm back to 10 viewers. They all leave. Like, as soon as I say Pepsi, I get 5 viewers. That's it. They all go away like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm going. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have cursed. I'm sorry about that. I cursed. I should say, darn it. That's what I should say. So sorry for that. Oh, by the way, I need to show you this. Like, this is my t-shirt today. Look at this. So see, this is Super Mario, right? It looks fine, right? But look closer. It has a velvet mustache. See if I can hear it. See if I can hear it. Do you hear it? I don't think you hear it. But it's velvety, so I can like be touching it like this. Look. Oh my God, I can touch the mustache of Super Mario. And it's all velvety and nice to the touch. It's so nice to the touch. Have I lost any viewers so far? I guess they all gonna throw up soon. Well, anyway. Back to normality. Yes, plus 18. Stop it. Oh, my God. Well, anyway, I would like to thank all my subs. Look at this beautiful thing here. 146. 146. Yes. We're only 54 subscribers from going. Remember, if you resubscribe, if you have Amazon Prime, you need to resubscribe every month because Twitch is too stupid and it doesn't resubscribe automatically. You have to subscribe yourself. But anyway, I would like to give a couple of shout outs. Thank you so much for now. Wait a minute. I had a couple of followers and they gone. They just disappeared. Wait a minute. So I would like to thank Stain Ditz for the follow, Fernando21 for the follow, TAQ for the follow, Big Will. Big Will I already said. So thank you so much for the follow. Anyway, let's jump into a couple of questions before we go to the second showreel. Second showreel of the day, by the way, will be, I'm going to just see here, second showreel of the day will be Nelson. So is Nelson Soto in the chat? Is he on the chat? Are you on the chat? If you are on the chat, please be heard so that we all know. If you're not on the chat, then we're going to move on and we'll do it next time. Please let me know if you are in the chat. I can't believe there is 135 people watching a fat Portuguese VFX old man. A fat Portuguese middle-aged old supervisor. Yes. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Hugo's Desk. Practically a garbage truck on fire of the stream. So yeah, Nelson, tell me if you are in the chat. If you're not in the chat, we're going to move on. So if Nelson is not on the chat, we are going to move on to, let's see here. Who's this? Yeah, we're going to move on to AzizBurak. So Aziz, are you on the chat? If Aziz is not on the chat, I'll move on to the next one as well. So come on, guys. You're not even here. You send the showreels and you're not even here. So Nelson is now going to be on the next stream because Nelson is not here, so he hasn't said anything. So sorry, Nelson. Next time, it's the third time. And now see if Aziz is here. If Aziz is here, okay, you're here? Okay, cool. We'll do your showreel next then. So we'll do your showreel next. But before we do that, let's do a couple of questions. So I have a couple of questions here that my lovely moderators gave. Oh, by the way, I would like to thank my amazing moderators. A round of applause to them. We have a new moderator, by the way. So George is a new moderator. So now we have Linny, Locktolin, as you know her. We have Sajels, CG Rockstar, as you know him. And then George Gicko, which I think is George Gicko on the chat as well. So George is another moderator as well. You can see the little swords on the moderation team. So thank you so much for the support, and thank you so much for making my chat lively. They are also... By the way, they are also my moderators on my Discord channel, okay? Clap, clap, clap. So they're also my moderators on my Discord channel, which, by the way, I am so happy with this. Like, the Discord channel yesterday, when I put it public, we had 200 users, right? So because that was the Patreons I have around 200 Patreons. And so I had 200 users. Now, at this very moment, let me see how many users do we have on our server here. So let's see here. We have 400. Oh my god. So we've just doubled the amount of users on the Discord channel in less than 12 hours. That is amazing. Thank you so much for joining my Discord. Thank you so much. Yeah, the Discord URL can be I'll put it on the chat if anyone wants to join. Remember, like I usually say, if you want to have the full experience on Discord and have access to all the private channels, you need to be a Patreon, a Twitch subscriber, or a YouTube member, okay? Don't forget that. Let's go through the questions that my lovely moderators gave me. So, let's see here. First question is from Nick Hill. So, Nick Hill asks, hi, Hugo. In today's Twitch stream, is it possible for you to touch upon your views about Boris FX Silhouette for rotoscoping and also their Paint plugin as compared to Nuke rotoscoping in Paint? I am sorry about this, Nick Hill. I really don't know anything about the Boris plugin. I'm not sure if Ricardo is on the chat. If Ricardo is one of my teachers from my course, he's used Boris rotoscoping tools for a long time. But, you know, at the mill, we did rotoscoping in Nuke. And then all the companies that we hired in India, we used to use a company in India called Trace VFX. And they use Nuke for rotoscoping as well. I know they have Silhouette as well, and they used it sometimes, but we've always done all our rotoscoping in Nuke and painting as well in Nuke. We've never really used Boris Silhouette. But I'm sure someone on the chat knows something, or maybe perhaps ask on the Discord channel, because, you know, I'm sure someone has used it. I just really can't help you with that because I'm not a user of that. And as you probably know, I am a 21-year-old experienced VFX artist. I don't really do roto anymore. So I don't really do roto anymore because I'm 21 years old. I do roto if I need to. Of course, I know how to do roto, and I've learned how to do roto in Paint. But if I have a lot of roto to do, I just outsource it as usual. So yeah. Could we do a review of one of your old demo reels? Of course. You mean my show reel? Of course, we can do that. My first showreel is really, really bad, okay? Which is amazing. I think that's actually a really good idea. I don't have it here. I need to unarchive it, but Mikael, I'm going to do that. At some point, I'm going to do a showreel about, like a review about my old showreel. And this, my first showreel is from 2002, I think. I think it's 2002 or 2001. I think it's 2001 or 2002, something like that. It's really crappy, so get ready, okay? Now, I will show you, I think I've shown the chat once already, but I'll show you my first project that I ever made, okay? So I don't know if it is online, though, because I haven't posted it online yet. But this was the first project I ever made as a director and as a VFX artist and, you know, all those things. This is a really crappy film. So this film It says 2000 it says 2002 on the chat. Okay? It says 2002 on the viewer, but it's not 2002 because this film was done in 1998. But it was broadcasted on Portuguese television in 2002. So this is a cult film in Portugal. If there's any Portuguese people on the chat, they'll know what I mean. There is like it's a cult film in Portugal. And this film, I filmed this Portugal at school when I was 18 years old, and this was my first project as a cameraman, editor, and visual effects artist as well. I used After Effects and Premiere to do this film, and this was done in 1999, and it's a full film. This is just the trailer I'm going to show you. It's the full film. It's the first ninja film in Portugal, by the way. The first ninja film in Portugal. It's 23 years old now. It's my first project, and then it became a cult following. And because of that, it was broadcasted in national television, and it was broadcasted in SIC Radical, which is a channel in Portugal. And there was like 3 million people watch this film. And it's really bad. Let's watch it. Let's just watch it. Oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the one. Let's just, yeah, let's watch it.
Everybody on the floor, close the lights and shut the door. It's time to dance the good damn song. Everybody sing along. Esta é uma história de amor, de sofrimento e de dor. Sabes, a nobreza do teu ser está contida em cada batida do teu coração. Visitamos as nossas esperanças nas tuas mãos. És a salvação do homem que vai grande. Vai, não pares. Oh yeah! Esta é uma história de amor, de sofrimento e de dor. Se sempre assim, oh yeah. Tani, seu lixo total. Tani, seu total, Tani, seu lixo total. Resiste a ira do dragão, brigaste a dor do teu coração, mas será sempre assim. Pode ir, oh yeah. Brigaste a dor, oh yeah. Brigaste a dor.
I like Tommaso. What am I watching? This is Portuguese, Sajal. Sorry, this film is in Portuguese.
Só seguindo o caminho do bem é que um dia serás alguém. Vai, não voltes, não olhes para trás. Vai.
Okay, so what you need to understand is that I'll show you the next one as well. This is a trailer I did as well. So what you need to understand is that this film was not edited. I first edited this film in 1998, between 1997 and 1998. And I didn't have a computer, so we edit the film video to video. Okay, so we had like 2 professional decks of videos, and then I had like a mixing board, and then it was edited from tape to tape. So basically, all the editing was made on tape to tape without, like old school, without a computer. The only thing that was done on computer was the few VFX shots that we had. And then we had, of course, the title screen and all the graphics. That was done in computer. That was done in After Effects 3. Okay, which I have a copy here. Let's see here. So that's the one. Look at that beautiful thing. I'm just going to show you real quick. So those beautiful graphics were done on this bad boy here. So this is a sealed copy of After Effects 3.1. Don't remember when this is from. This is from it's the 90s. That's 94. So this is from 94. So look at these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful graphics that you can do on After Effects 3.1. So anyway, like I was saying, like this. Let me just put it on the floor here, so I don't lose it. So yeah, it was edited video to video. So there was no editing, and then of course I moved to Premiere. Now what I'm about to show you is the trailer of that film, and this was in 2002, and this was all done in After Effects. No, 2000. This was in 2000. So this is now 20 years old, and this was in After Effects 3 that I did. So let's just watch it.
Se não querem sair daqui em sacos de plástico. Já estou farto de apresentadores apuxanados. Isto é só o começo do teu fim! Ouviste? Isto é o começo do teu fim! Vou conceder-te um último desejo. Diz-me o que queres, florzinho. Amanha-te! Já há muito tempo que não ias ao cabeleireiro. Este corte é de graça. E este marrete? Julgas que vais escapar?
Não faças isso, eu tenho mulher e filho.
Não sais despedido, só sais morto.
Boa, meu, boa! Vai da fixe! Onde é que chava do gajo, pá? Altamente! Banho, meu! O que estás a fazer, pá? O que estás a fazer?
Também eu não gosto de ti, meu porco. Gosto de pôr um pouco de arte em tudo que faço. Aguardem brevemente!
I love how copyright strikes didn't really exist back then, because the end there is, this is from Ninja Scroll, and I shouldn't really put it there. Anyway, guys, this is 20 years old and 21 years old, the film. No, 22, 21 years old. So that's, yeah, you were asking about my showreel. That's the kind of shit I used to do. And that's because, you know, this is something I want to everyone say that. I want to say this to everyone here on the chat. And this goes for everyone in the industry. Even masters like Ludo, you know, from DNAG. We all started somewhere, okay? We all started somewhere. We all started a bit shit. We all started where we weren't very good in the beginning, and then we got better and better and better and better, okay? And that's kind of how it works, you know? You do not start with an amazing showreel. You do not start with amazing work. You start with some shit work when you're young and you're like 18 years old and you think you can do anything, and you can't do anything. You know, I only really understood that I was a good composer, you know, later on in the life. Anyway, I don't want to spend more time on this, okay? Because, and before you even ask, I'm not going to do a sequel to this. For God's sake, no, I'm not, okay? Anyway, it's very important for growing. Absolutely, it is. I promise that we will do a showreel review of my first showreel. I promise, okay? We will do that. Not today, though. We won't do that today. Today, I promised I was going to do some questions, and I did. So let's see here. I have a question here from Ahmad Sami 7. He says, Hugo, is there any website that provides me tracking plates or green screen footage to work on them on some personal projects? So Ahmad Sami, 07, I would ask you to go to my Discord channel. I know some people already posted some links there. So there are some links of some really high quality green screen there. You can probably look into that. Also, if you join my Kickstarter course, which is still available, you can get some high quality footage because I made a deal with my clients, with the Mill and Ubisoft, and they have agreed for me to share some of the footage. So maybe look into that. Let's see here the questions. Azaz HSS asks, hi Hugo, when compositing with different live action assets, how do you deal with the various lens distortions? Do you remove it all and apply an overall amount of lens distortion to the final composite? So Azaz HSS. So Jesus, what am I doing? I can't talk today. Aza HJS. This is a great question. So yes, absolutely, you already answered your question yourself. When we have multiple lenses existing in one single shot, what we tend to do is we try to undistort everything as much as we can and then choose the lens of the master shot. Okay, so imagine that we're comping a lot of green screen into one master shot. If that's the master shot, imagine it's the background, or if you imagine it's the main actor, then what we do is we apply the distortion of that plate into all the other plates. But we first undistort everything, then we scale and put them in position, all the elements where they should be, and then we apply the lens distortion to the entire thing, not just to the individual things. The individual things get applied, but the distortion doesn't get applied before the transform, it gets applied after the transform. So you need to first scale them and place them somewhere, and then you can apply the lens distortion, okay? That was clear. Another question here from Mikael. He asks, maybe you can do a review of your old showreel. Yes, I promise I do that, Mikael. I will do that. Maybe that will be the next goal. SML Arn asks, any tips of converting daytime to nighttime? I don't really have any tips. I would say that there's a lot of tutorials out there already, but it's just a matter of you trying to remove all shadows, any crisp shadows. Try to increase the blue factor on the shot, because when it's nighttime, it's always more blue than red and green. It's more about cleaning up the shadows and getting it to that tonality of blue than anything else. And then, of course, you have to also put in some lights. So that means you need to put light sources, you need to put in glows, you need to put in a bunch of things into it as well. I would say that is it. Another question here. I have a question from a sub, Andrew Milisk. It's too small, the text, sorry. Miliskivs is asking, Nuke 12 introduced a new and improved shuffle node, which makes shuffle and shuffle copy obsolete. Shuffle and shuffle copy are still available on backwards compatibility if you press S on the node graph and then the shuffle and shuffle copy. Yeah, that's true. I don't see a question here, but yes, I still kind of prefer the old shuffle because I'm a bit old school, but I don't really see a shuffle. Polymonger, don't see a question. Polymonger is asking me, do you do a cameo on this movie? I do, yes. I'm one of the guys, one of the guards that dies. The ninja kills me. You've probably already seen some of my influences with Van Damme. So yeah, one of the ninjas kills me and I'm on the film, yes. Anyway, let's jump into a showreel. I wanted to, let's see here. I had something else that I wanted to show you and I forgot what it was. Oh my God. I'm getting old, you see. I forget things now. I forget things all the time. So let's go back to the showreel reviews. We'll get back to the questions in a minute. So Aziz is still here, all right? Let's do Aziz showreel first and then we can move on. I know what I was going to say. Sorry. Now I remember. I'm going to do a poll, okay? I want to ask you a question. So remember last week when we did a poll about should I do a stream about some of my favorite books in visual effects, and I even bought like a special webcam that I can film the books with. So I wanted to ask you, because I need to do one extra stream this week so that I can hit the partnership. So I'm thinking, should I do the stream on Friday? Because, you know, we have a stream on Thursday. The stream will be for compositing, as you know. So on compositing, we're going to be doing on Thursday, we're going to continue the compositing workshop we're doing, which is a CG compositing workshop. That's Thursday. And then on Sunday, we have another showreel review. But I need to do another stream. So I either need to do a stream on Friday or I need to do a stream on Saturday. So let me ask you this, and it has to be a stream with at least 75 people. Otherwise, we lose the average. So I need you to kind of come and support my channel. Otherwise, we'll lose the partnership. So let's see. When should the book stream happen? So that's my question. And I'm going to have a question. It's this Friday, this Sunday, or this Monday. Let's put the 3. I'm not going to put additional votes, so anyone can only vote once, okay? So I'm going to put this for 5 minutes as the... I'm only going to put Fridays and Sundays. So I'll want to know... Because I basically want to know... no, not Sunday, Saturday. I want to know, like, if you prefer me to do the book stream on Friday or Saturday, because I want to make sure we have at least...
More to the left.
Oh my God, I've been just rushed into the into the streams here. My God, there's been a bunch of stuff.
Just a little bit more to the left.
I'll be back on this. Thank you so much. Let's see. Jorgenat has gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much for that, Jorgenat. So Jorgenat has gifted 5 subs. He has gifted a sub to Amval. He's gifted a sub to also Eugene Bondar. He's gifted a sub as well to KVN's D Santos. Gifted also a sub to Azaz Sabor. And gifted a sub to New York 167. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jorgenat. You guys, you are really, look at that. Our goal is already only 49 streams to go. So if we get another 49 subscribers, we'll get there. We'll get there.
A little bit more to the right.
Thank you so much for this amazing support.
Just a little bit more to the left.
So let's move on to the what I wanted to show you. So, as I was saying, should I do the book stream? And this is going to be a stream where I'm going to be showing you a couple of my favorite books in visual effects. And I'm not going to just show you the normal, regular books that everyone knows, okay? I'm going to be showing you a bit more obscure books that maybe people don't know about. And I think that's going to be better because everyone knows Steve, everyone knows Steve Wright's book. Everyone knows Ron Brickman's book. I want to show you really more obscure books that you might want to look into that no one really knows about, okay? So I'm going to make this vote. The vote is now up. When should the book stream happen? So should the book stream be, like I said, on Friday, this Friday, by the way, it's this Friday, not next week. So should it be this Friday or should it be this Saturday, okay? Please help me with that so that I know what is the day that is best for everyone. So, oh my God, it's half. Look at that. It's going to be difficult. So please, everyone, vote. You have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to vote. So please vote. I want to know if we should do it on Friday or if we should do it on Saturday. And I can see that at the moment, it's basically tied. Great. You're really helping, huh? You're really helping. I'm going to leave this going, and we're going to jump into Aziz Showreel. I really apologize that I'm not fast enough reviewing the showreels, I wish I could review like 10 showreels in one stream, but it's really difficult to do that. I am sorry about that, okay? So let's watch Aziz showreel. I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best. Let's watch Aziz showreel first without sound, and then we'll come back and give him some feedback. Remember, you can watch the showreel if you look. There's a link on the chat for it. Oh, Andrew is here. Look at that. Hi, Andrew. I just told everyone in the beginning of the stream that they should go and watch your cooking stream. I told everyone on the stream that you're gonna leave CG, you're gonna leave DNEG, and you're gonna just do cooking on Twitch. That's what I told everyone because I think you have a future as a cooking streamer instead of doing CG. Yeah, I told everyone to go and see your carbonara, man. Go and watch Andrew's carbonara. Andrew's carbonara is amazing. It looks amazing. That photo, man, also looks so good. Okay, cool. So as is, very nice showreel. Yes, fourth biggest streamer, man. I can't believe that. That was amazing. So yeah, guys, don't forget, go and watch Andrew's Carbonata. Here it is. Like, you need to go and watch. It's Andrew Oxton 3D on Twitch. Go and watch it because it is a sight to behold. It's on YouTube as well, so you can watch it on YouTube as well. So that's good. We should all do a cooking club. I'm doing a new video as well for my wife as well. It's gonna drop in a couple of days. I'm making a new video for my YouTube channel, from my wife's YouTube channel, which is a vegetarian tofu burger actually. So you guys are gonna enjoy that as well. Anyway, I'm gonna kill this. I've already told everyone. That already. I'm gonna just kill all of these streams. Okay, so as is, let's watch the shot one by one, and let's just move this here. I don't have a lot to say as is. Your showreel looks pretty good, and it's a motion graphic showreel. It looks really nice. I don't really have much to say. The only thing I would kind of say is that it's a shame you don't have like breakdowns of some of them, because I wish you had like some breakdowns of some of these shots. It would have been nice to see how you did them, you know. It's always good to have breakdowns, but I understand that motion graphic artists don't really work that way. But if you really want like a view of actual proper feedback, because I'm assuming you did you Aziz also did the compositing, or did you just do the motion graphics? Did you do your own compositing as well? Just so I can check. It's not a demo reel. Yeah, you're right. It's probably like more like a demo reel. Yeah, it is. You're right. But Aziz, did you do the compositing as well? Just so I know. Come on. Anytime now. I'm a composer. Okay, cool. So if you're a composer, you shouldn't have said that, man. Because here, what is that, man? What is that? What is that? So can you explain to me then something, Aziz? How does this light, which is gray, like this is red, orangey, and it's white, how does it make a blue light? Let's just explain me that, because this is a problem. You can't really reflect blue light into... I'm assuming this is because you probably shot this with a blue screen. That's what I'm assuming. And if you did that, you need to kind of like... it's really simple to fix, you know? You just have to kind of like go in here, do a little soft mask just around the finger here, and make this. I did not do the keying on this shot. Well, Aziz, that's not an excuse. If you didn't do the keying, you should fix it anyway, because if you're comping the shot, it should have been fixed. You have the same issue here on this edge. It's also giving blue as well. So that's not working in terms of edges. Also, the roto as well is a little bit subpar. You have like a bit of blurriness going on the edge as well. So I think you need to fix that as well. Apart from that, I don't really have much to say. If anything, I would say maybe that on your motion blur, you see the green, you see here. I see the actual, you need to kind of fix the motion blur.
More to the left. No, a little bit more to the right.
I like that name. Someone new, someone new B. Just subscribe. Thank you so much, someone new B. And they gifted, sorry. Amval just gifted a sub to someone newbie. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. We're getting to 152, so we're only like 48 subscriptions away from giving away a Nuke license for a Nuke course for one of my subscribers. Anyway, like I was saying, you also need to kind of tweak this motion blur. You know, like you basically can see that when the finger is here resting on the actual phone, we see a really nice outline of the finger, but then as he moves, we see the green, so you need to dispel this green. Basically, what I would do is I would use the alpha channel. I would erode the alpha channel and use an edge extend to extend the alpha out, so you would have a proper color. And then I would apply a motion blur on top so that the motion blur would match. So you have those problems as well. Okay, so okay, so that's kind of what I would say for motion blur. So you have a lot of problems on this shot from a compositing point of view. It looks nice, the shot looks beautiful, the shot looks nice, but you just need to kind of like work on those little things that you have. Now this shot here, I didn't saw anything. Don't think so. I think your masking and your comping looks much nicer. I mean, obviously, I know this is a commercial. Obviously, it would have been nice if you would have seen a reflection on the glass, but I'm assuming the client didn't want to fix this. Maybe there's a bit of too much softness on the roto though. Like I feel like your hand, when it crosses over the line, it gets a bit too soft on the edges, but it still looks good. I like your transition. It is a shame that the phone doesn't match from the image to the real one. But again, if this is a real project, I'm not going to give feedback on that kind of thing because, as you all know, you know, like clients obviously have feedback. Clients want everything perfect. So it's difficult for you to judge. Like, I never really give feedback on people that I know that most likely had issues with a client, you know. You're also missing a shadow, so there's no shadow. Like if you look at the fingers here, there's an actual shadow casting on the iPad, but there's no shadow casting on your hand, and that's a problem. And then you have a couple of problems on the key. Look at this frame. What is that? So there's like a hole there. So you have a hole on the mat here. So you have that there, and then you have it again here. So you have a little hole there. Then you have a little hole here as well. So there's 1, 2, 3 holes. There's another hole here. I think there's one here as well. So if we zoom in a bit more here. So we already had, let's see here. I'm going to go frame by frame. I'm going to be your worst nightmare now. So yeah, so we have a little small hole there. We have a little small hole here. We have another hole here. We have another hole on the mat here. And then I think that's it. I think that's it. So we have like 5 holes on the mat. There's another one here as well on the top on the finger. So for wait, sorry. I just moved the shot. I shouldn't have moved the shot. There's another one here, okay? So if you look closely, your finger is semi-transparent with the red. So you see that red is actually coming across from the arrow, and it shouldn't really be. That means you have a hole on the finger, so the finger is actually going through, okay? So that's you need to fix that as well. Otherwise it's gonna, obviously your client probably didn't notice that, but you need to kind of like do it, you know, like as much as you can. Sajels, by the way, CG Rockstar. My priority is really not Patreons first, okay? Both Patreons and Twitch subs should be the same priority. So regarding, like, just so that my moderators know, when the showreels come, my students from Kickstarter have the top priority. Yes, they do, my Kickstarter students. But then everyone else, my Patreons, my Twitch subscribers, and my YouTube members should be the same priority, but you should just put them on order of arrival. So if a Patreon is first, then he's first. If a sub Twitch is first, then the sub Twitch is first. If the YouTube member is first, then he is first. So just put him on order of arrival. But they all have the same priority in terms of being a member of my community, okay? Just so that you know, okay? No, not a problem. Just wanted to let you all know here. Okay, let's move on to the next shot. Aziz, I hope you're not crying so far. I hope you're not too depressed about this thing. Oh, by the way, the voting. How did the voting go? Like, is it finished now? The voting? No, it is. Okay. So the voting won. We have Friday was the winner. Okay, so we have 67%, 29 people voted for Friday, and 14 people voted for Saturday. So we basically only had like 40 people voting, so we didn't really have everyone on the chat here voting. So then keep this in mind. I'm going to announce this on all my platforms, but this Friday, Thursday we have the compositing stream, okay? That's the idea, compositing stream on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to have a book club stream, okay? So I'm basically going to show you some of my more obscure books for visual effects, okay? I'm not going to be showing you the typical Steve Wright book and Ron Brickman book. No, everyone knows those, okay? I just want to show you some of the other books that really made me the artist I am today, and also the other books that really helped, okay? That's how I want to show you. So please come to that stream. Obviously, you can still ask questions on the stream. Obviously, we can still go through questions. We can still also get more suggestions of books on during the stream. And obviously, I can still respond to questions in visual effects on anything else. But what I really want, and this is going to be books for visual effects, not books of fiction, okay? It's going to be books of visual effects. We're going to go through them. I'm probably going to show you like maybe 10 books or something. This is going to be my first stream as the book club. So don't forget, though, that I really need your help to become a partner, okay? So don't forget, we need to always have at least 75 people watching. If we don't have 75 people watching, I won't be able to be a partner. And because once I get to partnership, I don't need to be a partner anymore. I don't need to do so many. I don't have to have so many viewers, because once you become a partner, you become a partner, for a long time. So I would really ask you if you could actually be on the stream, because then I don't want you to watch the replay. I want you to be live on the stream. But also it's cool if you're here, because then you can ask me questions and we can talk and we can have some fun and we can drink some Pepsi and, we can do some fun stuff. So yeah, don't forget. Thursday, compositing stream. Friday, book club stream. It's a special. It's a one-off. I hope I'm not going to collide with Ludo. Really hope not. Is Ludo still on the chat? I hope I'm not going to collide with any streams you're doing, Ludo. I don't think you do usually streams this early, so I think I'm not going to collide with Ludo at all. So yeah, it's going to be Friday. So if you look at the voting was Friday, so the book club stream will be Friday. Okay, Friday. I'm going to tell everyone. Don't worry. Anyway, and try to be here, please. Try to be here. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, great. So then I'm not going to collide with Ludo. That's perfect. Nothing on Friday. Okay, cool. So then Ludo, I'm going to do on Friday. I'm going to basically go through some of my obscure. I have a lot of books. I have like 4 shelves all the way there. I'm going to give them some obscure books, not the typical books that they usually want to see. Of the books that mean a lot to me in terms of visual effects, so that people can kind of like become better at what they're doing. So let's and this is going to be a one-off stream. I'm just trying to get to partnership. So let's move on with the shot, because we need to kind of wrap up this soon. We only have 20 minutes before the Foundry stream. Yes, today's webinar is in 20 minutes. Don't forget to sign up for the webinar. I'm going to be on the webinar as well. So I really would love for you to all come to the webinar, because the more you support my stream and you show up there, the more the Foundry will support my streams as well, because then they know I'm bringing a lot of audience, okay? So I really want to do another webinar for the Foundry. So please go and support that stream as well. And also, Courtney is a lovely compositor. He's really talented, and he's so good, man. He's going to really help a lot, everyone. The link is on here. I'm going to just put the link on the screen. I'm going to post it on the chat. So the books come from different places, from Amazon and Book Deposit. I mean, I bought books all over the place. So the topic is going to be what I'm having on screen. It's going to be Skill Up, Become a Senior Compositor. So it's basically a topic which is with senior compositor Courtney Price, which is going to be, he's worked at the Mill, at ETC, at Perlis, Glassworks, and many places. And then you have Chris as well from the Foundry, which is the product manager of the Foundry. So please come and join me as well. Let's move on to the showreel. So next shot, I don't really have anything to say about this shot, okay? So this shot is a motion graphic shot. It looks terrific to me. I don't really have anything to say. From a creative point of view, the only thing I would say is that I think it would be nice if your particles, your confetti wouldn't move across the screen like that, because for me, it looks weird that we're moving out like a pan, like we're moving outwards, but then the confetti is going sideways. So that's kind of what I would do. I would adjust that. But I think in terms of motion graphics, it looks great. I don't really have much to say. This shot here, I think you went a bit too far with the glow. And also I think it's a shame that your transitioning doesn't really match. Because you see, it's not even the same drawing when you switch from one shirt to the other. And it's really a bit... You're really hiding here, man. Come on. You're basically hiding the transition with a blur and a camera shake, and that's the old school way. I've done that before, man. I tell you, I've done that kind of shit before. But don't do that, man. Don't do it, man. Don't do that, because it's not cool to do that. Okay, it just makes it really fake, and I think you have a problem because your drawing doesn't match the shirt. So you're gonna have to work on this if you want it to look really good. Okay, so. That's the thing. Oh, I completely forgot to tell you all, like, I have a new video on YouTube. Look at that. I have so many things going on right now that I even forget. Don't forget to go in and watch my new YouTube video. I'll put it on the chat before I move on to finish off this. So this is, again, a tip of the day. So as you know, I've been like sharing the tip of the days on YouTube, and this is going to be that one. So go and watch it. By the way, I'm going to just play this back here. And yeah, so basically it's the tip of the day where I do the CG broccoli. You probably remember the CG broccoli from last week's stream. And yeah, I have 2 haters. Look at that. 2 people hated my video. I do free videos, man, and people hate it anyway. God damn it. Yeah, the shirt doesn't really match. I think that's my biggest problem. Then in terms of this shot, I don't really have much to say. I think, again, these shots are nice. They're nice motion graphic pieces. They show you really a lot of skill in terms of After Effects work. You have really nice filters here. This shot, I mean, I know exactly what you're trying to do here, but it's a shame that these objects don't really fit in. And you clearly see that they are taken from other photos. It would have been nice if they were shot for real, you know. What I would suggest you to do is to actually shoot them for real on the same set, so that you would have the phone and all these objects with the same lighting, the same camera, and the same lens distortion, you know. That would really fit in. It would make it look more inside, like it would make it more integrated. That would be what I would say, but I understand what you mean. Like, this is a really simple motion graphic, but it's a shame that it doesn't go for the next level. And then in terms of this one, I like this one a lot. This is the typical After Effects motion graphic that you would see usually normally in After Effects. I think you did good. I mean, from a creative point of view, I'm not so sure about this glow. I'm not so sure the glow is hiding the sphere too much, but it's okay. It's not mind-blowing, but it's okay. It looks nice. If I was doing this shot, and I'm sure this is already a client delivery, but if I was doing this shot, I would not zoom out on a photo like that, because I feel like it's a shame that it doesn't have any parallax when you zoom out. So what I would have done is I would have gone into Nuke and I would have done some rough geometry of this pepper, of that pepper, of the table, of the burger, and of the fries. I would just do some rough geometry, and then I would have projected it into the geometry, and that would have given you some perspective, because it would have been so much nicer if it had some kind of perspective. And if you can't do the projection system, at least maybe try to separate the layers so that you can actually have some kind of depth going in onto the layers. And I know this is very common for motion graphics. I understand that, Mikhail. I mean, I've done motion graphics for years and years. I know exactly this kind of thing, but it's always nice if you can add a bit of realism into the motion graphics, you know. That's kind of the thing, you know. Like, I think it would have been nice if we would have done that. And then this shot here, this is, again, a typical logo. I mean, from a personal point of view, I think there's too much things going on. I think you need to be a bit more simplified. I'm not sure if this is from a client, you know, separate yourself from everyone else, yes. So, sorry, separate it from the layers. I think there's too much going on, you know. You have like a circle going on here, and then you have like fire going on here, then you have a flare, and then you have a sphere, and then you have a zoom, which is a really defocused zoom coming out, like, which is not even, it's not even the correct resolution. And then certain parts have blur and other parts don't have blur, and then it looks like a blur does not really have bokeh or depth of field. I just feel like this shot is too much. There's too many things going on. I would really simplify it in terms of motion graphics. And yeah, I mean, and also, like, all these shots, there's too many shots and too many things going on. Most of them are just stills, you know. I just feel like you need to kind of work on some of these shots, making them a bit more real. I like this one a lot. This one with I like this one as well. I think this is well made. A great pack shot, really, with some nice logos. It's one of your best shots on your showreel. You know. Then again, on this shot here, I think you have some problems. You have too much light wrap on the person. So you see, if you look in here, you have way too much light wrap on the actual person. And I think your key is a bit semi-transparent. Your edges are a bit too blurred. And it's really kind of, again, too much light wrap again on the bottom there. It's really not well integrated with the plate because of that. You know. This shot is like... Again, the rest, I think from a technical point of view, you just have to be careful with certain technical parts like rotoscoping and motion blur and stuff like that. You know, like this is not well made at all. Like you see, you have some holes on the mat here. And also like the motion blur doesn't really work. Like first of all, you have a hole there. You have a little hole on the finger. And then you have like a complete breakdown of the motion blur. This is really like a little hole there that shouldn't be there. So you need to kind of work on those kind of things, I think, to really make it a bit more better in terms of motion graphics. But I think it's a good showreel, you know, like it's a good motion graphic showreel. I just feel like you have too much going on. Oh, I just saw something else here. Look at this. Your motion blur again fails you. So you have we can actually see the green edge around the finger, and your motion blur has like your finger has black edges. It seems to me that you might have some pre-multiplication issues going on this finger as well. So a lot of things to do, man. A lot of things to do to make it really to that next level. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know. Anyway, thank you so much for sharing the showreel with me. You know, thank you so much. Much appreciated. You know, I think it's lovely that you send the showreel here in front of everyone, and I think everyone appreciates that a lot. Anyway, let's move on. So gonna go into a few questions. Now, we only have 10 minutes left before we go into the webinar with the Foundry. Don't forget the Foundry. Like I said, don't forget tonight we have the webinar from Keep Calm. I'm in VFX from Ludo. Head of CG at DNAG is going to be doing a webinar live session in Twitch at 9 o'clock in the evening. Also, don't forget at 8 o'clock in the evening, Marco from ILM is going to be talking at M3DS Academy as well. And right in 10 minutes from now, we have the Skill Up, Become a Senior Composer from the Foundry as well. So I don't really have any more time to do a showreel review, unfortunately. I do apologize that we only did a few showreels today. We will do a lot more showreels on Sunday, I do promise, because on Sunday, I don't have any other things going on. So I don't have any other things going on, any of the streams. So I probably will do at least 3 hours of showreels because we have so many showreels to review still. So, but I really appreciate that you've been here. Before we go, I'm going to just go a couple of questions. And don't forget that we already on 152 subscribers. If you have Amazon Prime, don't forget that you need to resubscribe every month. So if your subscription is over, you need to resubscribe again. Otherwise, it doesn't count. It doesn't keep you subscribed. And if you have Amazon Prime, this is free. And if we reach to 200, I'm going to give my course free to one of my subscribers. Okay, don't forget that. So yeah, it is. I am sorry that I didn't manage to do all the showreels I was supposed to do. Next up, it was, let's see here. Next up, it was going to be Layer Contact Sheet. And then after that, it was going to be Sikana VFX. And then we have a couple of more subs, and then we still have a huge list of other people. So I really apologize that you're not getting all your showreels reviews, but keep this in mind. Every time you see other showreels being reviewed, you're learning a lot of what you should have on your showreel so that you can become better anyway. So I really, really think that watching other people's feedbacks really helps you as an artist. I definitely think so. So Layer Contact Sheet, you're going to be next on Sunday. Don't worry. You're going to be the first one on Sunday. I really apologize for this, that we didn't get to your showreel today. And I really, really apologize that I didn't get to all the showreels. You guys have imploded with showreels, you know. Like we got like almost 30 showreels, you know. So it's way too much. Yeah, it's going to be the same time. It's always at the same time. So all my streams are at 4 o'clock, okay? So my stream on Sunday will be at 4 o'clock. My stream on Thursday will be at 4 o'clock as well. My stream on Friday will be at 4 o'clock as well. So don't forget, Thursday will be compositing streams at 4 o'clock. Then we have a book special stream, a very special stream, a book stream on Friday, and a showreel review on Sunday. And this is all to try to become a partner on Twitch. That's my goal here. Like, we're trying to get there, man. And I need your help for that, because we need to have at least 75 people watching to keep this average up, okay? Thank you so much for that. And I hope you all can join me on the Foundry's webinar as well. The Foundry's webinar is going to start in about 5 minutes or so. So please join me there, and we can continue talking on the chat. And I'm going to leave you, again, like I always leave you, with an amazing film. I always do the same. So I'm going to leave you with another trailer that you need to watch. And that's why I'm going to put it right away, because I think you need to watch this, because this is amazing. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I love you guys all. Like, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget my Discord. Don't forget Ludo's stream today. Don't forget the Foundry stream as well. And don't forget the stream from M3DS Academy. Okay? Much appreciated. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Don't forget, Thursday, compositing. Friday, books. Sunday, showreel reviews. And let's get that partnership on Twitch, okay? Thank you so much. And I'll see you very, very soon, okay? And I'll leave you with another amazing film from Jean-Claude Van Damme. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.